Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. A handoff left for Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
He's got him. That's Swift.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. They're going for this. Continuing to move past the 45. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Swift gets it, going left. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Josh Sweat making the stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pass caught by Adunze. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, your play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Chased out to his right. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Johnson up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That ended up being a failure right up front. The entire play, when you get in these goal-to-go situation, hinges on that initial surge. It gives some credit to the defense. They win right there at the point of attack, and because of it, well, that play goes backwards.
Johnson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and goal. It's Williams. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Buys time, rolling right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Hurts throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever. Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, That can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Flush down now to his left. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so and maybe even take control of this game.
They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here. First and 10, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the pistol, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kevin Byard comes up with it. And the Bears are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially when one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here we go, shot. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears first down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Here's Johnson again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we're through 3 here. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Now Hurts. Taken in by Smith. A lot of grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Has a man, it's Brown. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. From the red zone now. This ball's caught by Uzama. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw it again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Santos out for the opening kick. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Valus Jones now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Young working from the gun. He finds Sanders. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Come on, set. Hut.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
50 Fury. Set. Ready, ready.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Set, go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
Let's go now. Set.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Set, hut. Black shot. Set.
Another try following the sack. Quick slate complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Time for our 2nd quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it! And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Shot. 17. Hut, hut.
They'll run for it. Hubbard. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Panthers get the game's 1st points here in the 2nd. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And they add 1 on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Tyler Scott now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 48. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Bears trailing on the scoreboard. 1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Williams to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Raheem Blackshear now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Green Jack. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Swift hauls it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Bears decide to call their first timeout.
Let's go now.
1st down, here's Swift. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout Chicago, it uses its 2nd. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Williams. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Williams on the play action. That's into the hands of Moore. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Working from the gun, Williams. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Chicago. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. One last play before the break.
60. Down. Ready?
One final shot before halftime. Vacates quickly left side. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you.